Morning. I'd like to start off the day by telling everybody, please go like, subscribe, and hit that notification button on the YouTube channel. More videos will be uploaded as fast as I can record them. I appreciate all your feedback, your comments, your words of encouragement. I appreciate everything. I tip my hat off to all of you that would even pay attention to anything I got to say. I touched on something yesterday about support, and I think I need to touch it again because I don't want to sound angry. I still want to be informative. You know, it's still game out there to be learned every which way. One thing I find amazing is that the average person could get a new electronic, could get a new watch or anything that come with an instruction manual. People would take time to read that. But the average person who's looking to start a business or start something that they don't know about, they would not pick up one book to try to read to learn up on something they are trying to get involved in. They would rely off this person's feedback, that person's feedback. They'll rely off feedback from individuals instead of doing some concrete research where they can find out more information. They will be able to find out for sure information instead of opinions from somebody who might have tried it and didn't make it. It happens often. Perfect example, me and one of my homeboys was talking about starting a business. Somebody told him something about it. We can't do this, because if you do, you could get fined. Well, that was just to talk what somebody had told that person who had told him. But once we Googled it, Google give you all the answers. Once we Googled it, it won't even that. It's based on certain criteria as to where you can get fined or charged for it. But really you won't. But it's something basic. It's taking that little bit of time to learn about it that can make your steps even smoother. Before we even started the business, the first book I read that I would tell anybody out there, please pick it up. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That book changed my outlook on life, business, and everything. Since then, I've read, well, I didn't listen. I don't read because I'm driving. I'm a truck driver. So I ain't got time. Well, I got time to read, but I got a whole lot of other things going on once I get home that it's best that I could do something while I'm driving. So I can listen to books while I ride. I got the app called Audible. Think and Grow Rich changed my life. I can't speak for nobody else, but it changed my life. It made me realize the power of my mind to make money. Not just sitting around thinking, yeah, I know my mind can do a whole lot, but actually taking the time to apply what I do learn instead of just reading a bunch of things and not putting it to practice or not even trying to do it. Then the point of reading it is backwards. You should be reading to learn to actually do whatever you're trying to, especially if you're trying to get into business. Ain't no need to get into no business if you haven't did no research on business. That's the quickest way to be a failure. You think you can feel your way to get started. When you're starting a business, everything needs to be by the T, especially when you're going in with friends, because you got different opinions, you got money involved, and everything ain't cut and dry as people would think it would be. It's a process to this business thing. First and foremost, I'll do another video on the business side. But far as the support though, once you realize that your key supporter is yourself, it's easy to not rely on nobody else. To understand that it's on you. You will wake up I wake up every morning with a revigorated soul. Like I feel every morning I'm waking up and I'm feeling like it's something else I can do to help promote whatever I got going a little bit further. Whether it's read an article, read something Warren Buffett said, or read something this person has said, Jay Morrison, or anybody that's of influence. We can't just rely on my homeboy or Joe up the street. It's best to, you can YouTube Warren Buffett. You can YouTube half of the people that you see on TV far as making it. They have YouTube videos out explaining a whole lot. We can YouTube a fight. We can YouTube twerking. We YouTube a whole lot that doesn't result to income. My motto is, if the outcome is income, then I'm in there. I gotta be in there. But some people would rather spend their time sitting around looking up irrelevant things when they could be looking up something that can help them in the future. Like, one thing that I'm realizing that I should have realized a long time ago is the way that my mama taught me, the way my grandma taught my mama, was to work. Yeah, school was important, but the main thing that they stressed was to get a job, take care of your family. Manual labor, basically. Manual labor. School was second. Is get out of school, graduate. You ain't have to be straight A's, none of that. Get out of school, graduate, get you a job. Go to the military. It was the main focus was the job. Now I'm realizing that if I'd have paid attention more in school, if I'd have took the time to do homework at night, to try to be one of the best students of the class, today I could have a job where I'm sitting behind a desk with a corner office overlooking a city or something, instead of doing this manual labor. And whatever I chose to do, I probably would like it, because I'd had to go to school for it. That's 4 years. It's a process to get to this point. Like, I didn't get here off of somebody saying he can drive good. No, I had to show that how good I can drive. I had to show that I was an asset to the company and not a liability. So if all us just take time to research and learn anything that we're trying to get ourselves involved in, it will make the process that much easier. Me and my homeboy Steve, we understand now that the fun is in the process of trying to grow a business. Because once you make it to the top, only thing you really can look back up on is the steps you took to get to where you was at. So we're enjoying the ride that we're taking now. We don't cut corners, because once you start doing something wrong, you're going to continuously do it wrong. So we make sure everything we do now is by the T when it comes to our business, so nothing will come back and bite us. We don't mind talking to people. Sit back and listen instead of always talking, especially when it's some knowledge to be learned. You can learn something from a dummy. It depends on how you apply it. Don't be somebody that thinks that a celebrity got to be somebody who tells you something and then it's fact because a celebrity told you. Most celebrities on TV ain't even made it. They're just getting there and trying to get their feet wet so they can monetize on whatever business they got other than like acting or basketball or things like that. It's amazing how we want our kids. Some of us want our kids to be athletes. My son gonna play basketball. My son gonna play football. This and that. But we don't want as adults, we know that most athletes 4 years after they retire or are out of the league are bankrupt, are broke, without money. But it seems like the same cycle is followed, where the parent is pushing their kids to be that athlete, be the best athlete out there. But the parent ain't teaching their kid or stressing the fact that you need to learn financial literacy. Like, you need to be financially able to control your own money so you don't end up like MC Hammer or Like Kevin Garnett said, his agent stole $70 million from him. $70 million. The only way that can happen is if you're not watching your own money. It's easier for somebody to take it from you. If you only listen to what they saying, yeah, everything's good, you're doing good, then you ain't listening to the stories of old. We can't keep falling over the same stump on the ground that the person in front of us fell off and act like it's something new. That means you ain't paying attention to your surroundings. So of course, he fell. I get there, I won't look and I'm gonna fall. If the person behind me ain't looking, he gonna fall too. So we got to be able to take life experiences and learn from them. And success is not TV. Success is not the movie screen or something like it's more successful people who not are multimillionaires. You can have somebody who got a 20-acre farm. He wanted that farm his whole life. He got everything he wants. When he wake up in the morning, he creates him a list of what he needs to get done for his chores and everything. If he finished that list by the end of the day, he feels he's successful because he did everything he wanted to accomplish that day. That can be a view of success too. Success doesn't have to always be money. I'm happy with the life that the spot that I am in life. I wake up every morning happy. Of course I wanted to get better, but that ain't putting me in no bad mood or got me walking around with a frown face because I want my life better. Only thing I can do is keep grinding. Please go like the video, share, and hit that notification button. Y'all have a good day.